junior males. Our second section of 2- and 3-year-old colt stallions. After this class, we begin with Section A of the senior stallions, followed by Section B, and then we're finished to the qualifying rounds. First horse out, judges are out. Section B of the junior stallions, 2- and 3-year-olds. Our section B is the second of 2 sections. We'll move on to the senior stallions for A and B following this, and I'll end our qualifying rounds. Second day in Paris, Salon du Cheval. Catch us on ArabianEssence.tv, powered by Al Sheikh Stud. I'm with Greg Knoll. My name is Roy O'Neill, and we're in Paris, Greg.
Yo, let's it.
Test.
There you go. They've done their group walk, grand entrance, getting ready for individual presentations. Mr. Knowles, you just judged U.S. Nationals about 6 weeks ago. What's your impression so far, Paris, day 2?
Well, I think it's a beautiful class. I think it's very deep in quality. As we have a consistent look in the United States National Championship Horse Show, they tend to have a very consistent look here. The handlers put emphasis on motion and charisma. The Americans tend to put more emphasis on stand-up and evaluation and comparison when they're standing still.
Neck and shoulders prevail.
We have a huge performance division, I think the best in the world by far. And so a lot of these horses, our horses are tested there. And the stand-up horses, they have to move, they have to be athletic, no doubt about it. They can't rise to the top without being athletic. But it's a stand-up comparison. This is more of a scoring system, and they really take the movement into consideration. So it's just different. Both wonderful, both high in quality. This is very deep, with the Middle East contributing the high quality horses they do. The overall quality is pretty hard to beat. I mean, in their look, it's just...
This is an all-star game.
Yeah, one after another. Beautiful, beautiful group of horses.
The best bred and owned and exhibited.
And I bet if you talk to any one of these experienced judges here, they would confirm with me, agree with me that these horses are just top-notch. I'm amazed at the presentation of the horses, how good it is, and the dignity and sportsmanship in which these guys present their horses. Very impressive.
They're masters of their craft.
They're very good, for sure.
Here we go.
All right, 120, MM Jabari. He's a May version 2015. Chestnut, presented today by Giacomo Capacci. By EKS Alejandro, out of MM Juletta. Owned and bred by Mario Matt Arabians of Austria. This is MM Jabari, number 120.
Big 3-year-old colt out of a Mansour Al Shahan daughter. Born and raised in Austria. Lives in Tuscany with Giacomo Capacci Arabians. Mario Matt, the former gold medal Olympic skier. Huge Arabian supporter, breeds 3 to 5 mares a year. Very competitive on the worldwide stage with his own bred horses.
And a great guy. Really, really great guy.
He was just up here chasing his baby, or
he was up here chasing his
2-year-old daughter through our booth all morning.
And she was mesmerized by the horses.
She wants to help.
And I said to Matt, when would she start skiing? He said that when she's 2.
Wow.
I'm thinking, I was still nursing at 2. Well, I guess some people were. Maybe that's what's wrong with me.
Mama's boy.
Mama's boy. Yep, am proud of it.
Very nice presentation so far. He had great movement, worked the arena beautifully. And again, a tactician, very technically correct, Giacomo and his horses. And he gets a little further away than the other handlers this week as we watch him show the horses. He's more out there where Brazil and American style handlers are. He's 10, 12 feet away, getting a nice big stand up out of the horse. It's a risky move. It's a little harder with all that traffic of bodies, ringmen, photographers, and judges to get that far away from the horse and have it still lock in and focus on you.
Yeah, you're right. Closer it seems to give you more intensity, but it's a really pretty look when you can stand way away and still present their horses. These guys don't make many mistakes. They're talented guys, these horsemen.
Pets his horse. You see the horse lick its chops. He was happy with his job. The handler was happy with his job.
Good point, Rory.
Horse
You'll watch
relaxed.
a horse lick its chops when it's happy.
It's a French horse, Greg, and he's getting a little local support from the people in the grandstands on the far side. He's putting on a nice show.
Scott Allman, we don't see much of Scott as much as other guys anymore, and he was one of the trendsetters here in Europe, one of the leaders. He came from America 25 years ago, and for a long time, him and Frank Spoonley were the two that went after each other time and time again. Scott doesn't show as much as he used to, I know, but he's still a great hand and performer. He's leading number 121, Sticks Kalist, and Kalist is by Shanghai EA out of LA Salma, who's by BS Pacific. Kalist Arabians owns from France, and Kalist Arabians are the breeders. 121, Sticks Kalist in the middle with Scott Allman.
Scott Allman's training center based here in France. Has a nice farm, does a beautiful job again. Doesn't miss a beat in his preparation. It's an art form, creating these beautiful show clips, the conditioning, the grooming. His team puts together a nice horse. Local French horse, so some supporters in the crowd there, helping them along.
Numbers up for the first entry, 120 MM Jabari. And they are type 19-5, 19-5, 19, 19-5, 19-5, 19-5. Head and neck 19, 19-5, 19, 19, 19-5, 19. Body and top line 18, 18, 18-5, 18, 18-5, 17-5. Legs 15-5, 15-5, 15-5, 16, 15-5. Movement 19-5, 19, 19, 19, 19-5, 19-5. 91.50 for 120 MM Jabari.
First horse in first position. Again, we predict throughout the weekend, you need about a 92.5, almost a 93 to win a class here in Paris. So that may not be enough, but it was a nice presentation. Again, Greg, we see leg scores different than the other categories. They range from 14 to 17, and the other categories range from 18 or 17.5 to 20. Tradition or more scrutiny for legs?
Well, I think tradition because of the scrutiny, and it never sort of got passed. I'm afraid that if I walked in and gave them 18s because they're the best legs I've ever seen, people would think I was out of my brain. I think they deserve higher scores than they get if they deserve it, and I think they deserve...
All horses in general, you're speaking.
Yeah, I think if you have 4 legs, you'll have more things to judge, but if they're correct, those are the ones to choose. Give them high numbers.
Boy, that was nice. Very nice. Very reminiscent of Alejandro, Greg.
Number 122 comes to center, Mansour Al Shahan by EKS Alejandro out of DA Presence, who was by Padron Psyche. Abdul Mohsen Al Ajami from Kuwait is the owner, and the breeder was Al Muad Stud. I get a kick out of, I've been watching the Alejandros, a lot of Alejandros today. and yesterday. Sort of gets a lot of breedings, has done a really great job. Some of his babies in the U.S. has done extremely well. There's horses in Brazil and South America by him. I've been around him a couple times. I love his carriage and his attitude. 121's numbers up, Stick Kalist. 19-5, 19, 19-5, 19, 19, 19. Head and neck, 19-5, 19, 19, 18-5, 19, 19. Body and top line, 18, 17-5, 18-5, 17-5, 18, 18. Legs, 16, 15-5, 16-5, 15-5, 15-5, 15-5. And movement, 19-5, 19, 19-5, 19, 19, 19. 121 Sticks Kalist reports a 91-point score. 91-point score.
Good for second place so far. This Alejandro Crow really put on a nice show in the movement section of the class, Greg. Really dug in the corners, rolled from behind and moved, snort mode, lots of tail carriage. Was really rolly with the trot. Fancy mover.
Very reminiscent of his father in that way.
Double Padron Psyche. Alejandro out of a Psyche daughter, and this colt was by Alejandro out of a Psyche daughter.
Yeah, exactly. Philippe Jose at the lead. Jose at the lead. 125D, Argad. Argahad. By El Rashim out of Crystal Tiara, who is by Extern. He is owned by Asayal Stud of Kuwait and bred by Dubai Arabian Stud of the United Arab Emirates. This is D. Argad. Argad.
Gave us some flash of the extern movement from his down side. That's where that color, that gray color comes from. Walked right up and put a nice pose right away. Made it easy for the judges to evaluate this horse. Really down to business. Philip Jose, very business-like out there, Greg.
Always, always, and a gentleman. Gonna take his walk. Pretty, pretty face. I see the El Rashims have beautiful faces across the board.
A lot of details in the eyes,
yep.
Cheekbones, really cool, shapely muzzles.
Interesting because his sire was not necessarily known for that.
But a breeding horse, El Shahan.
Shoulder and a neck. Let me get to 122, Mansour Al Shahan is numbers in, 122. And they are as follows. 19-5 for type, 19, 19, 19, 19, 5, 19. Head and neck, 19, 18, 5, 19, 18, 5, 19, 5, 19. Body and top line, 18, 17, 5, 18, 17, 5, 18, 18, 5. Legs, 15, 16, 16, 16, 15, 5, 15, 5 in movement, 20, 19, 5, 19, 5, 19, 5, 19, 5, and 19 for movement. Total scores for 122 Mansour, 91.17.
Philip Jose just finishing up, very nice presentation, gave it all. Very impressive. Let's see how he scores. Well, that's a very nice pass. Continuous all the way through the curve down the backstretch, Greg. Lots of tail, lots of motion. Nicholas doing a fantastic job presenting this horse.
Yeah, I would say that looks like Manager Ward has found his handler.
Doing a great job.
Yeah, Nicholas is a good hand, young man.
He's worked for some of the finest in Europe, and this is an Alejandro son, and it looks like an Alejandro moving down the rail.
127 gets ready to walk up to the judges. Gabal Athbah by EKS Alejandro out of Gabal Athbah, owned and bred by Athbah Stud.
Says mother bred by Athbah Stud, a daughter QR Mark, a world champion, U.S. Reserve National champion. Very tall and stretchy colt. This horse could play on either side of the ocean. I really like this. I've seen him show several times. He's always upright, lots of tail carriage, just a big, tall, stretchy horse with a lot of Arabian type. Nicholas is getting a nice show out of this colt.
Waiting for the scores on Arad, number 125. They should come up any minute. Here they are. And for number 125,
good score.
Type 19-5, 19-5, 19-5, 19, 19-5, 19-5. Head and neck 19-5, 19-5, 19-5, 19, 20, 19-5. Body and top line 18.5, 18, 18, 18, 18-5, 18-5 legs. 16, 15, 5, 16, 16, 16, 5, 16, and movement 19, 5, 18, 5, 18, 5, 19, 19, 19, 5. Total points 92.7, and that puts him in first place. The Arad for his first place at this point in the competition.
Section B of junior males. That was a nice presentation. You could feel that horse was going to score well. All the pieces show this colt right now in center ring. Gabal Athbah is putting on a nice presentation. Very, very smooth. And his presentation smooth in the body and great trot. It'll be interesting how he scores. Apollo getting his money's worth here, Greg. Really
working. I would be taking air by now. I would need oxygen.
Unbelievable
the kind of condition these guys are in to be able to do that. He ran, made this look easy. That's a lot of running. 128 Siraj comes to center ring. He's by F.A. Al Rashim out of Lady Veronica. You saw his little sister win yesterday or reserve yesterday.
Reserve yesterday.
Beautiful gray filly. This colt is owned and bred by Dubai Arabian Horse Stud of the United Arab Emirates. This is 128 Siraj. Paulo Capecchi on the lead. Got a great shot out of him. Should get a lot of motion points with that.
A lot of quality in this horse. He's credentialed lots of championships in his lifetime. And he's just a 3-year-old out of a beautiful world champion Versace daughter that's out of El Nisser mare.
You know, this colt strikes me as a really kind horse if you watch him. Scores are in for 127 Gabal Athbah, and they are as follows. Type goes at 19-5, 19-5, 19-5, 19, 19-5, 19-5. Head and neck, 19.5, 19.5, 19.5, 19, 19.5, 19. Body and top line, 18, 18, 18, 17.5, 18, 18. Legs, 15.5, 16, 16, 16, 15.5, 16. And movement, 19.5, 20, 20, 20, 19, and 19. 92.8 are the scores for Gabal Athbah. 127 sits second place with 92.8.
Paulo's finishing up Desiraj, putting a little heat. We'll be curious again. This could be a very competitive colt in this class. He's putting on a nice presentation, using all aspects, the trot, the walk, and the stand-up. Give him a little treat here. Look at that. That is a kind horse.
You can tell by his eyes and the way his demeanor.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's kind.
Beautifully turned out. A little big, long, thick flowing mane and tail. Well cared for, healthy horse.
And it speaks volumes of Paulo, how that horse interacts with him. He likes his handler.
I learned French this week. Rapport. They have a rapport.
There
right?
you go, as opposed to Chevrolet. Yeah. We are being hosted by Al Sheikh Stud and, of course, Arabian Essence TV. You're watching, and we're having a great time here in Paris, enjoying the colts. What do you think, Roar?
Well, we just finished Section B of the Junior Stallions. Any one of these I'd take home. I'd love to try to breed. Some of these are not available to the public, so we're just seeing them at the shows. We'll see their babies by their private studs at some point down the road. Nice movers. These Junior Stallions, very brave, very bold.
Yet happy, nothing mean, nothing. This speaks volumes of the Arabian horse. These horses are kind, doing their job, enjoying themselves, the handlers. I can't speak high enough of the presentation of the handlers here. They really do present their horses with dignity and sportsmanship. And as somebody who's done that all his life, it's pretty impressive to watch and appreciate how they care about their horses. Got some people on the kiss cam. That's pretty funny. And of course, there's Bart from Al Jassimia.
Over on the VIP side.
Probably buying some photos from the official photographer.
Lisa. Well, we're just finishing Section B of the junior males. We have 2 classes left for qualifying for Sunday's championships. We have the Senior Stallions Index A and Section B. And then we finish out our qualifying rounds. Then we can have dinner down in Paris this evening.
That's going to be nice. I'll have to practice up.
Very reasonable show schedule here.
Bono, tip.
Very reasonable. They take nice care of us. First day we started at 2:30 in the afternoon Friday. This morning we started at 9:30. We'll finish a little bit after lunchtime. And then tomorrow we don't start till 10:30.
See the LED boards? They'll change colors and sponsors. It goes all the way around the arena. It's really pretty to watch. These folks are in watching the show, mostly Parisians. They're also here for the other events. And then we're back on the patron side. There's Luciano Curry.
Horse enthusiasts from around the world here taking in the World Championships.
Yeah, they said
Paris.
directly 20 countries involved, and there's got to be representation of 20, 25 people. 25 or 25 countries. We're waiting for the numbers. The numbers are about to come up. Desiraj.
So each class on Sunday, Greg, will have 10 qualifiers for the championship. Coming out of each Section A and B, there will be 10 total from each division. So 10 horse shootout on Sunday, 8 judges, 6 are doing right now the work. All 8 will work on Sunday, and we'll be crowning world champions in less than 24 hours. Here we are. We're about ready to see the scores.
Here we go. Numbers on Desiraj, 128. For type, 20, 19.5, 20, 19.5, 19.5, 19.5. Head and neck, 20, 20, 19.5, 19, 20, 19.5. Body and top line, 18.5, 18.5, 18.5, 19, 19, 18. Legs, 15.5, 15.5, 15.5, 16, 16.5, 16. Movement, 19, 19, 19 across the board. Total scores for Desiraj, our winner, 128, is 92.75. He is the winner of this class.
Again, right, and that 92.5 to 93 is what it takes to win a class here in Paris this week. He had a total score of 565.5 points divided by the 6 judges. That's where they arrive at a 92.75. 6 of the 8 judges judge in each class, 2 sit out, but we'll see them all work tomorrow. That is the finish of Section B of the junior males, Mr. Knowles.
He's coming back. He must be picking up his best head.
Best head award winner for every class. And then they announce 1 through 5. The prize giving
based on the scores through the week,
scores.
right?
That's right.
And would there be a boy head and a female, or all in one?
We'll look into it, but at the end of today, there'll be a best Egyptian high point horse on the male side. There'll be best mover on the male side award. They'll come out with those significant sheets as an award. We'll see that at the end of the session. That is a gorgeous face. Look at it straight on, very triangular, wide between the eyes, short eye to nozzle. And then as he turns sideways, you'll see a nice soft dish face with a tiny muzzle. And he is by F.A.L. Rashim, and out of the great Versace's or Lady Veronica.
Out of the great Lady Veronica, that's right. Beautiful, beautiful gray mare. Has produced, and reproduced. What a great job.
She has 2 full siblings here competing, Diajib and Siraj.
So let me run these through you one more time. The winner was 128, Di Siraj at 92.75. Arad, 92.17 was second. Gabal Athbah, 92.08 was third. Fourth place, MM Jabari, 91.50. Mansour Al Shahan, 9117 was fifth, and sixth place was Kalist at 91. That's your placings.
Proud breeders there, Dubai Arabian stud. They bred the first and second place winner in Section B today in Paris. That's a significant accomplishment. Congratulations to Dubai Arabian stud of UAE.
Le 122 Mansour Al Shahan. À la 6e place, la France avec stick Kalist, le numéro 121. A nice lineup of 3-year-old cows for this second junior male qualifier. Sponsored by the Carteret Arabians. Owned by Chantal and Antoine Riga, who will be presenting the trophies together with the representative of Al Arabian stud, owned by Sheikh Mouna Saleh Al Rashad. Nos officiels sont avec nous pour la remise des prix avec notre très brillant vainqueur, Di Siraj, 3 ans par F.A.L. Rashim et Lady Veronica par Versace, présenté par Paolo Capecci, élevé à Dubaï par Dubai Arabian Horse Stud. À la seconde place, nous sommes avec Di Arad. Di Arad également élevé par Dubai Arabian Horse Stud, mais cette fois-ci représentant le Koweït, il appartient à Sahel Stud. C'est un fils de, également, c'est un frère demi-frère du gagnant Di Siraj par F.A.L. Rashim et Tristel Tiara par Externe. Alors, comme vous pouvez le constater, pour ceux qui découvrent le pur sang arabe, depuis maintenant pas mal d'années, les pays du Golfe et les pays du Moyen-Orient ont repris la main sur l'élevage du cheval arabe qui avait basculé pendant plus d'un siècle et demi vers l'Europe et les États-Unis. Nous sommes maintenant avec la 3e place, Gabal Athbah pour le Royaume d'Arabie Saoudite. At the 3rd place, number 127, Gabal Athbah by EKS Alejandro out of Maqbilat Athbah by QR Mark, bred by Athbah Stud, presented by Nicolas Frère. À la 4e place, 4th place, Mario Matt, the Arabian for Austria with MM Jabari by Ikayas Alejandro, half brother to the preceding colt out of the Giulietta by Mundhir Al-Nasser. He was shown by Giacomo Capacci. À la 5e place, c'est Mansour Al Shahan, également par Ikayas Alejandro, appartenant à Abdel Mohsen Al-Ajmi pour le Koweït. Élevé en Arabie Saoudite par Al-Mouawad Stade. À la 6e place, à la 6e place, at the 6th place, chez Mahad Al-Sadis, 6 Kalist pour la France. Avec Kalist Arabian, c'est un fils de Shanghai, et La Salma par BS Specific. Et oui, vous pouvez l'applaudir, c'est le seul Européen dans cette remise de prix, bravo. ألف مبروك لجميع المربيين وأصحاب هذه المهور وخصوصا للفائز الأول